immediately, or was it given to him without his knowledge? That's a question that we probably will never be able to answer. But it's setting off flags for me.
Yeah, bro.
What really happened here? Reviewing Tom's interview about where this fight happened and how it happened, it didn't make any sense. Most of Jason's injuries were to the back and side of his head. How did
Sweating like a sweat.
and hit somebody in the back of the head if you're standing in front of them? It makes more sense that they were either running from you or you came up behind them.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. You know what I mean, bro?
The master bedroom, hallway, and bathroom. There's defects in the walls from weapons being flung.
Get that grass cut.
The blood spatter expert points out there are places that appear to be consistent with Jason.
Go cut grass.
There's one place in particular where Jason was hit when his head was inches from the floor. Clearly, Jason was still being struck in the head after he was down. Also,
Touch grass.
blood on the back of the bedroom door. That means there's a possibility there was deadly violence going on in that room before Tom got there and the door was closed. Did Molly start something that Tom got pulled into?
Even if it started as self-defense, at the point that Jason is no longer for him, they have
You
to
locked in?
and they do. And they beat him to death.
As a result of all that,
See how we can do on the first match of the night, bro.
appropriate to charge.
First match of the night. We're gonna get a dub.
This is murder.
I'm ready.
She's a former model and her father, an ex-FBI agent, both now charged with murder for the killing of her husband.
They're due back in court later on this month and are expected to plead not guilty. If convicted, they could face up to life in prison. At $200,000, security must be paid for each of them. They must surrender their passports, and they must agree to cease all contact with the Corbett family, specifically Jason Corbett's two young children.
Yeah, what's up?
I just felt I was very out of place. I just felt very alone. I didn't trust anyone. I didn't really have a lot of friends at the time.
Hold on, you see it. They ain't the same skin you had when we was in the lobby.
Really different experiences. She fit in a lot better. She was a lot more and she was more
Yeah, I've had that glitch before. Where it don't change.
She was able to pick up as well.
Yeah. Crazy.
I was able to open up easier.
More land right here. Yeah, I'm gonna land right here and see if I can get some good stuff.
I found a big pot, and then I found a sports that I did, I missed school, and I did miss knowledge.
I'll be like, what did I do? This is good,
Your backup account.
Yeah.
And then it was just released to the press, which was just a huge betrayal. And that was kind of when my perspective changed and I started to look things up and I started to find out what really happened and gain my own opinions and see what the truth really was.
as we are preparing for trial, we get word from Ireland that Jack needs to come forward with the truth. So we set up a live video conference interview between our office and Jack in Ireland.
My name decided to the people who are interviewing.
This was
Oh wow. That's on, Courtney's got one like that on her account. They used to be Aiden's. That's a rare skin. Used to be.
She wasn't lying. Then she started crying. And she said, I'll never see you again.
I don't think hers the one, I think the one she's got, I think it's like a, more of a taxi looking one. But it's basically the same skin though. Where'd you get that one at? Adam's shop?
The judge hears the Dragonfly House recordings. He also is given the information about Jack's recantation. And at this point, the judge agreed with us that Jack and Sarah's statements at the Dragonfly House are inadmissible hearsay, and now the jury will not hear them.
I said what Molly told me to say. I had just lost my dad. I had already lost my mom, and I didn't want to lose anybody else. So I lied.
I never saw my dad ever lay hands on mine. Not once in my life. I was scared and afraid, and I was so young, and I had no one else in the world, and I was afraid of losing Molly.
I had so much guilt because, in a way, I felt like I let my dad down. I described someone that was the complete opposite of my dad. I want people to know the truth, and I want people to know my dad as a person. My dad is a really amazing person, and what happened to him shouldn't have happened to him.
My dad was killed the way no person should be killed. He was beaten to death with a cinder block and a baseball bat, and no person should ever go through that sort of thing. And like in the evidence, you see that he tries to get away, and then when they keep it, they won't stop, and it's just really hard to even think about.
And can to establish why Jason was killed. There's a lot of email exchanges between Jason and Molly that are concerning. There seems to be red flags in the relationship. I'm also getting messages from members of the Midlands community. This one in particular came on Facebook Messenger. It says, Jason and Molly were at a party the Friday before his death, and she was belittling him, calling him a fat ass, saying that he must have taken all the nutrition from his twin because he looked like he had eaten for two. He had spoken to her coming back to Ireland because the marriage wasn't
I'm in a match.
safe. And he had sent a text to his friend.
I filled up her water bowl earlier.
Putting the pieces of the jigsaw together, I believe the relationship was over and we wanted to move on, and it's going to happen really quickly. And Molly couldn't let Jason leave with the children, because if she does, she's lost everything.
Developing tonight, a murder mystery getting national attention now as April Romano and her father, a former FBI agent, find themselves facing life behind bars for the death of the woman's husband.
I did not commit a crime. I had one moment in this altercation where I protected my father, and if I hadn't done that, I believe that he would be dead, and then I would also have been killed.
I don't know if a father can see something worse than watching his child die in front of him. I was going to save her life or die trying, and I have no regrets.
Paul's number one priority is to protect Mom. He wants to save Mom, so he has to save her. But he leaves Molly completely out. Molly is guilty of murder too. Angry that she was not been allowed to adopt the children.
My bad.
It's been described where he bought the house, they sold the money, stuff. Malice feels like when delivered with the bat from Tom Martin, hey! That's what malice feels like. You know what malice feels like when it comes from the brick that Molly had? It feels like I hate it and I want to. That's what malice feels like. You know what malice looks like? Malice looks like all of those pictures when they did in the skull.
The wife and father-in-law of Limerick man Jason Corbett found guilty of second-degree murder.
I was in a state of complete shock. I believed in the system. And I believed that the truth would matter. And I felt like if I hadn't screamed that night, if I, maybe he would have just strangled me and maybe I would have been okay. And I felt like that after my dad,
What happened?
lived his life serving his country and being a wonderful father, now the rest of his life was over. And it was my fault.
We worried the jury might not find the two accused guilty, but they did, and we thank them for it.
Well, it's lo que tienen los rebuilding our lives. Like,
Good night.
for us again.
It's the first time where I just felt so free and so just empty, but in a good way. I started to settle into my family properly. This is my mom, this is my dad, and these are my brothers.
I can remember the first time Jack called me that he was going up the stairs one day and he just answered the hotel bell. And, it was very emotional.
Look what I got.
Wow. Dang. I hit that and it busted right off the bat. Like, really?
Everything was going well, but then it took a turn for the worse, and then everything went wrong again.
Yeah, I was going to get the, I was going to buy it, but I didn't.
We know how, just now we're going to tell
Dang it.
We are going to tell this story. It did not get told at the first trial. My gosh, it is...
We gotta go this way, Stone.
Molly Corbett's family come to me and asked me to review the record to convince the North Carolina...
Yeah, then we got two computers, two PCs, whatever. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
One of the first things...
What we're doing.
And the next thing I see is that the authorities interviewed the children, starting the very next day, with a visit by third-party social services, and they both described their father as controlling and abusive. And then 3 days later, at the Dragonfly House, they repeat the initial statement.
Oh, there's somebody in the car. That's why they were shooting. Wow. We had a dude in the car, didn't even know it. I was wondering why our teammate was shooting my car. That's why. Somebody stole the car. I just happened to see he's trying to shoot it. Yeah. I didn't even see the dude get in the car. That's crazy.
So now I'm thinking, wow, maybe there's something to this.
And who told you to set up this keeper? Well, there's one. I think it said Peacock and then I came up with the she was come over to our house. From Tennessee. Do you remember when she
Got some people.
before all of that, my dad died, the Peacock thing happened? What about their phone numbers? Did you have those written down anywhere? We have one. I do it.
Fairbanks, Sharon Martins was concerned because the things she knew about what was going on in the house. She had the kids create a code word and gave the kids her phone number and hid it from Jason because they knew how he would react.
Tell me about this Spencer block that you're talking about. It's a grenade that you're doing. You just got it. While I was telling you about the plan, like you're exactly.
No. There's my car. Dude, where's my car? There it is. What's mine say, dude? What's mine say? Sweet.
Not a coincidence that all the physical evidence and circumstantial evidence all corroborate what Tom and Molly told law enforcement in the beginning. I was stunned to read that the state had successfully persuaded the trial judge to exclude everything that the children had said. How could there have been a fair trial when the jury never heard the very evidence that supports what Molly said happened? One of the arguments the state made was that the children were now recanting their original statement.
And is it true that your father was a thief or false? False.
I believe that this is just a gross miscarriage of justice. When I watched the interview of Jack, it looked very rehearsed.
They appear to be brainwashed. I know the truth. I know that what they say is not the truth. What's going on inside the lab?
One conducted by a trained child in a sterile environment. One's not.
Told us that's how my dad died in 2008. We got...
Are you back? I'm going to have to call David.
If this is such an important interview, why can't Davidson County fly somebody to Ireland and conduct a proper interview?
Molly Corbett is sitting in the women's prison with a sentence of 20 to 25 years.
Got him.
Got the Go on, up here. Are you down there?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Here.
I was shooting, I killed a guy over here. I'm on my way.
Really? You're never have
Let's go, boys. How about that for the first match of the night, bro? Get a dub.
It's a chick. It's a chick.
That's the way to start off the night, with a dub. Alright.
I'll get off.
Alright, we're going back to the lobby so you can change your skin. Oh, he left. Yeah. I guess. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the lobby. Wow. Got a dub.
Quit saying that word.
Courtney can't stand the word dub.
And I don't think she can.
We got a crown. Does that sound better?
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Got to convince these three judges.
Got the dub.
You know, I wanted to address the decision to exclude the children's statements. The trial court, in its conclusion, in my judgment, were clearly erroneous. I got the decision from the Court of Appeals that we had won. And the judge ruled that Jason Corbett was the aggressor that night. But the state is appealing the decision to the full Supreme Court of North Carolina. And so I begin again.
The children were uniquely positioned to know the truth because the father had a major problem. And therein lies the problem with excluding children's statements.
Supreme Court of North Carolina is in recess. God save the state and this honorable court.
I
The
see
Supreme
it.
Court has ruled that one.
See.
They have awarded a new trial. And this time, they are going to be heard by the jury.